Welcome to Erin channel and welcome back to the screw thread course. We are now getting towards the end of the course and we have created the nut and the bolt parts. So in Solidworks, open the parts that we made in the last video and we'll add some finishing touches. Let's start with the bolt part. Click on the bolt and press open part, or we can just open the bolt part directly. So the very first thing that we'll do is just round off the top of this bolt head to remove these sharp corners. To do this, start the sketch on the top of the bolt head and then go normal too, and just draw a circle fixed to the origin. And this circle needs to be tangent with the square edges on the outside of the head. If you don't get the relation automatically, just click on the circle, hold down Ctrl, and then click on one of the straight edges and add a tangent relation. We are then going to use the circle for cut extrude. So go to the Features tab and press Extruded Cut, and then check this little box that says Flip Side to Cut. And that means we'll cut outside the circle instead of inside it. But we don't want actually cut off the entire edge. We only just want to round off these points. So if you press Draft, this little button here, and then add 60 degrees of draft, and then press OK. That should just round off those 6 corners. The next thing we'll do is look at the other end of the bolt, and we'll have a look at a more advanced way of finishing off that thread. Before we do that, we'll just increase the number of revolutions of the thread slightly, so it goes a little bit closer to the end of the bolt. And we can do this by expanding the thread feature by clicking on the plus icon, and then editing the helix. Then just increase the number of revolutions up from 48 to 49. Next up, we'll take the edge of this end face just by adding a small chamfer. So click on the chamfer, which can be found onto the fillet tool, and add a 1mm by 45 degrees chamfer to this edge. Then finally, we'll round off the transition of the end of the thread. And we'll remember back in one of the earlier videos, we did this in quite a simple way. We just converted this end face into a sketch, and then we revolved it around the long line. And we are gonna do a similar kind of thing this time, except we are gonna use a sweep and a helix, so it follows the thread more closely. To create our sweep, as usual, we need a path and a profile. So firstly, we'll make the profile. So start a sketch on the end of the thread, and that will make this profile into new sketch entities. Before we exit the sketch, we'll do one more thing. Select the point tool from the sketch tab, and then just add a point at the midpoint of this long line. We can now exit the sketch, and we are going to use this point to add a new plane. To do this, zoom out, and we need to select the top plane. So first hover over in the feature tree, and then it should show up. Then move our mouse over the edge of the plane until the mouse cursor changes to this icon with 4 arrows. At that point, hold on Ctrl, left click and drag the plane upwards. And that should add a new plane to our model. We can then release the mouse button and we'll set the position of the plane more accurately. We can do this on the left using these options, but we're actually going to zoom in. And we're going to click on that point that we just added to the sketch. That should make it so that our plane cuts exactly through that point. So it cuts through the middle of our thread profile. Then press OK. And now we should see that we've got a new plane in the feature tree. We are now going to make a sketch on this plane. So click on the plane and press Sketch. Then go to Normal to View. And we are going to draw a circle. And we are going to use this to create a helix. So select the circle tool and start drawing a circle with its center point vertically in line with the origin, but not at the origin. And just draw it out any size and then press Escape to exit the circle tool. And we'll add in some dimensions and relations. So firstly select the origin, and then hold down Ctrl and select the center point of our circle, and add a vertical relation. Then make sure the outside of the circle is coincident with the bottom of the thread profile sketch. To do this, select the bottom of the sketch, hold down Ctrl and then select the circle, and add a coincident relation. So this curve of the circle is going to be the path of our thread as it goes into the bolt, so we can set any size that looks good. And I recommend for this size about 5 mm. And we should be able to do this just by eye. If we rotate the model, we can see that we now have a circle that cuts through the exact center of the thread profile. And we are now going to use this to create a helix. So from within our sketch, go to the Features tab, Curves, Helix and Spiral. So this helix is essentially a continuation of the thread, so it needs to have the same pitch, which was 1 mm. Then we can adjust the direction and the rotation. And basically we want to continue the thread. The number of revolutions could just be half revolutions, 0.5, because we just need to continue the thread profile a small amount into the body. And then we might need to also adjust the start angle. So the start of the helix need to be coincident with the thread profile sketch. And we can see from my example that I actually had to flip the direction of the rotation from counterclockwise to clockwise. And then just double check that our helix is going up towards the end of the bolt and not down towards the bolt head. So it should essentially be following the line of the existing thread. Then we can press OK. And all we need to do is select the helix and select the sketch. And then use this to create a swept boss space, which is on the Features tab. So this feature should just be a nice smooth transition of our thread profile into the bolt body. And as we mentioned in the earlier video, we can do this a bit more quickly and easily just by using a simple revolve. But this way is just a bit more of an advanced technique. So that's it for the bolt, so we can save that part. And then we can use Ctrl tab to go back to our assembly. And now we can open the nut. And we've just got a couple of things to do on that. So similar to the bolt, all we are going to do is round the edges off. So start a sketch on this flat top face, go normal 2, and throw a circle at the origin, which is tangent with these outer straight edges. Then do an extruded cut. Press the flip side to cut button, and we'll add a draft of 60 degrees. And that should remove those sharp corners. Then we can do exactly the same on the other side of the nut. So flip it over, start the sketch, draw the circle, add the relations. Do the extruded cut, flip the side to cut, and add the draft. Then rename our features and save our part. So that's it really. We can now use Ctrl tab to get back to our assembly, and both of the parts are complete. So hopefully this short video has just showed us a few little techniques to really finish off our parts. In the next video, we'll be having a brief look at some common issues that can occur when making threads. And then in the video after that, it will be the last video, just a final recap of everything we've covered. So thank you for watching, please subscribe if you like, I hope it can be a little helpful and useful.